My name is Tara, and I'm a safety expert, and it's my job to make sure that you become a safety expert too. Crossing the street can be scary, so today with some of my friends, we'll learn how to be safe and avoid getting hurt. Pay attention because at the end of this video, we'll have a quiz to see how much you learned. Try to get a perfect score. Once you learn these important safety rules, teach them to your friends and family. Do you know what a pedestrian is? Actually, we're all pedestrians. A pedestrian is someone who walks. Being a pedestrian can be fun. We just have to learn to be smart pedestrians. No matter how young or how old, how big or how small. Okay, it's time to become street smart safety experts. Let's get started.
Thanks, Tara. Do you know what it's called when you cross in the middle of the street and not in a crosswalk? I'll give you a hint. It's against the law and it's very dangerous. It's called jaywalking. Did you guess it? Jaywalking is when you cross mid-block or in the middle of the street where there is no safe crosswalk. This is extremely dangerous and a very bad decision. There is no good reason to jaywalk. Jaywalking is the main reason that people get hit by cars here in San Jose. So don't do it. Crosswalks are there to help you to cross safely. So that's where you need to go. Even if it means walking a bit further, it could save your life.
Once you find the crosswalk, stop at the corner before stepping into the street. Look all around you, left, right, front, and back. When you think it's safe and there are no cars, then you can begin to cross. But wait, while you're crossing, pay attention to what's around you. You never know what could surprise you. Cars, trucks, bicyclists, airplanes. Just kidding. I wanted to make sure you were paying attention. Sometimes drivers aren't paying attention to the road or to you, so it's your job to pay attention to them. Imagine you're getting ready to cross a street in a crosswalk. You look around and see a car approaching. The car stops at the crosswalk. But how do you know the driver sees you for sure and will let you cross? There's a trick and it's called eye contact. This is when you look at the driver and the driver looks back at you. You can even give them a wave to make sure they wave back. This is how you can be sure that they do see you. If they don't wave, they don't see you and let them go. Don't enter the crosswalk if the driver has not made eye contact with you. Street smart safety experts don't take chances with safety.
When you're waiting to cross, look for one of these. It's a pedestrian control signal. The pedestrian control signal shows us when it's safe to walk, when it's not safe and we need to wait. It also tells us how much time we have to cross the street. If you get to the corner and the numbers have already started to count down, don't cross. Wait for the next walk signal.
As a school safety officer, I have been to every school in San Jose, including yours, and I know how busy the streets around a school can be. A lot of students are being dropped off or picked up. When it's this busy, it's especially important for you to pay attention. Sometimes the person picking you up or dropping you off at school may park on the other side of the street and motion for you to cross in the middle of the street. Don't do it. They can wait while you find a crosswalk or a safe place to cross. You'll look so smart if you do. Best of all, you'll be safe.
That's right. Another thing that we see around schools, and everywhere else for that matter, are parked cars. Parked cars can be just as dangerous as jaywalking. If you step out onto the street between parked cars, drivers can't see you. I see this happen all the time. Never walk between parked cars.
Here are some more helpful tips to get you across the crosswalk as safely as possible. Unless you're an alien, you don't glow at night naturally. That's why when walking at night, you should be wearing reflective or light-colored clothing. If you're wearing black, you'll blend right into the landscape. Drivers aren't looking for invisible people crossing in front of them. Also, when riding your bicycle or skateboard, you need to get off at the crosswalk and walk across. This not only gives drivers more time to see you, but it also gives you more time to see the drivers. And remember, when you're riding your bike, always wear a helmet. Okay, so we learned a lot today, and now it's time to test yourself to see how much of an expert you really are. First question, what is it called when you cross illegally in the middle of the street instead of in a crosswalk or intersection? It's called jaywalking. Never cross in the middle of a block. Always find a crosswalk or a street corner. Next question. Can you name all of the directions to look in before crossing the street correctly and safely? You look left, right, left again, in front, and behind you before you begin crossing in the crosswalk. While you're crossing, continue to look in all directions until you're safely across. Okay, here's another question. What can you do to make sure that you see the driver and the driver sees you? It's called eye contact. You look into the eyes of the driver and they look back at you. This trick is a way for you to know for sure that the driver sees you, is going to stop, and will wait until you cross. How are you doing so far? Maybe I should make it tricky. Here's the last question. When crossing, it's important to make yourself blank. The answer is seen. If drivers don't see you, they won't stop for you. How'd you do? You can always watch this video again to refresh your memory. I hope you learned a lot from our talk today, and hopefully you'll remember these tips when you need them the most. Be sure to share the Street Smart safety rules with your family and friends. Then you can quiz them at the end. Be smart with your decisions and pay attention. Follow the Street Smart safety rules, and remember, it's up to you to stay safe.